Hi guys! So today's practice is called Happy Hips, Happy Heart, and I'm going to take you through just a short sequence that focuses on some seated postures to help open up the hips, but also some nice shoulder stretches to open across the chest. So all you're going to need for this practice is something to sit on, if you normally sit on something on the ground, and let's get going. I hope you enjoy. So just starting in a cross-legged position, coming down to the floor. And before we begin to move, let's just take a moment to check in. So if you're finding it uncomfortable to be cross-legged, especially for this first little check-in, then your other options would be to bring the soles of the feet together, or maybe to have one leg bent and one leg straight. Just figure out what works best for you here, somewhere that you can stay for a couple of minutes. And then taking a moment to really sink down into the sit bones. As you allow the lower half of your body to become heavy, I want you to start to lengthen through the back, start to lengthen all the way up through the crown of the head. Let the shoulders drop, let the chin tuck under slightly. We'll take a couple of big breaths in this position, just breathing in and out of the nose. And as you take those deep breaths, just be aware of how the breath is showing up for you. So are you finding it easy to take a deep breath today? Or do you feel like there's some energy stuck somewhere, especially in the chest or in the back? Is there anywhere in your body that you can find a bit more softness? And then using your breath to create some more space. With every breath in, I want you to sit as tall as you can and really feel the chest rising, the ribs expanding. With every breath out, we keep the length in the back, but we allow the chest to lower, the ribs to soften, and the belly to relax. Let's just keep going with those nice big breaths for a moment. Inhaling to sit up straight, to create space. Exhaling to feel the shoulders drop, the chest relax, the belly soften. And as you continue with those nice full breaths, as you continue to create space in your body, take a moment to just check in mentally as well. How are you feeling in the present moment? Just knowing that whatever arises for you right now, whatever feelings or emotions you might have going on, it's all relevant. We can acknowledge how we feel without any judgment, without trying to change anything. That's not what the practice is for today. We're just trying to check in, to really check in with yourself and notice what's going on right now. How do I feel? And can I create a little bit more space, not just in my body, but perhaps in my mind as well? Taking a big breath in through your nose. Long breath out through the mouth. Just close off the mouth and gently open up the eyes. Switching the leg that's in front, or coming into a cross-legged position if you weren't already here. Let's take a big breath in to sweep the arms up high. So create space in the sides of the body. And then as you breathe out, bring your left hand down onto your right knee. Take your right hand down beside you and come into a twist. Again, breathing in, big stretch up, lengthen. Exhaling, right hand to left knee. Left hand comes behind, take a twist. Let's do 2 more of those. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling down. Inhale to lengthen. And exhaling down. Inhale to bring both hands back up towards the ceiling. And then this time, exhale, open the arms out to cactus. Start to lift your heart, lift your chest. Inhale, reaching the fingertips up high, straighten the back. Long exhale, draw the elbows down, open the heart. Let's do 1 more of those. Inhale, big stretch up. Exhale, draw the elbows down, open the heart. Good, releasing the fingertips to the floor. We're going to take a big side stretch, leaning into the left hand, right arm rises. Rooting your right hip down here, so try and stay heavy in the hips. Really stretch into the side ribs. And then again, we're going to cactus the right arm. So inhale, open up, lift your eyes, lift your chest. Exhale to the diagonal, reaching right hand down towards the floor. Drop your head to knee. Again, breathing in, big stretch, opening out to cactus. Exhale, reaching forwards, hands to the floor, head to knee. 1 more time with your breath. Holding the stretch this time. Continue to sit back onto your sit bones and see if you can soften your chest closer to your thigh. Take a big circle up with the right arm, leaning across, side stretch. Let's start with a straight arm. Think about rooting this left hip down into the floor, opening up the side ribs as we reach away. And then breathing in, bend the elbow, cactus the arm as you lift the heart. Exhale, reach forwards for the diagonal, dropping the head towards the knee. Again, big breath in, open the heart. Long breath out, reaching forwards. Last time, big breath in. Long breath out, reaching forwards, holding here, let the head be heavy. See if you can get your chest closer to your thigh. And then sweeping the left arm all the way up and over. Let's bring the hands down onto the floor behind us and just releasing the legs. Give the legs a little bit of a shake forwards. Good. Bending into the knees. Again, let's take the soles of the feet together now. Finding butterfly. You bring the legs as close to the body as you find comfortable. And then in this position, taking a little bit of a rock around, you might want to gently press the hands into the thighs or into the knees. Maybe you want to lean the forearms down into the legs. Or maybe if this feels challenging enough, we just want to work on sitting up tall. Whatever position you're in, whether you be leaning forwards or sitting up straight, I want you to use your thumbs just to give yourself a little bit of a foot massage here. So we're going to gently squeeze and work our way up the inner arch of the foot, all the way into the ball of the foot, and then squeezing the big toe. Keep going a few times, working all the way up the inside of the foot. As you do this, you can just keep the head relaxed. You may even want to close the eyes. And then holding that forward fold, just giving the feet a little bit of a squeeze as you lean forwards. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Big breath in. Long breath out. As we rise back up. Squeeze the knees in towards each other. And just giving the legs a little bit of a hug, drop your chin to chest. And then opening the legs out to the side, let's come into a straddle position with the legs here now. So still sitting up on a block if you have one. Roll your inner thighs up towards the ceiling. Flex your feet so your legs are active. And then gently pushing down into the thighs, create some length in the sides of the body. Interlacing your hands in front, we're going to keep the toes lifted. Take a deep breath in, lean forwards, reach all the way up. Exhale, pushing away. Come back down. Let's go again. Inhale, reaching up, big stretch forwards, lift the heart. Exhaling away. One more time. Big breath in, stretching up. And down. Good. This time, reaching up nice and high. Let's hold the hands at the top. Hug the elbows in towards the ears. And then just see if you can free up your rib cage, wriggling side to side. Good. Releasing the hands onto the back of your head. Again, inhale, elbows wide. Lift your heart, lift your chest. Exhale, it's a mini forward fold. So it's just working into the neck. The elbows move towards each other. Again, inhale, elbows wide, lift your heart, almost like someone's got their hands underneath your armpits here. Exhaling forwards. Once more, inhale, opening up. And taking the chin to chest. Bring the head back up to center. Release the fingertips down onto the floor. Just give the legs a quick shake out. Good. And then from here, we're going to take the left hand down to the ground. Keep the foot flexed. Brushing your right hand out towards the toes. Take a big circle and then pull the elbow down back through cactus. With the breath, it goes inhale, reach away past the toes. Exhale, bend the elbow. Good. Two more. Inhale, big stretch out. Exhale, bend the elbow. Last time, inhale, big stretch out. Bending the elbow. Bring the right hand down onto the floor. Other side, left hand. Inhale, big stretch out. Exhale, open up. Three more. Big stretch away. And bend. Two to go. Good. Last one. Nice. Coming back to center, bringing the hands onto the floor in front of you. Let's take a gentle walk forwards. Again, if walking forwards doesn't feel good in your body, then work on sitting up straight instead. If you can go a bit lower, maybe we bend the elbows, maybe we drop down onto the forearms for a moment. As you do this, try to keep as much length in your lower back as you can and keep the toes lifting. Walking your hands back in towards you and then giving the legs a little bit of a shake out. Good. From here, we're going to slide just the left leg in and release any blocks or cushions out from underneath you. So taking this left hand down onto the ground again. Big sweep up this time. Inhale to rise. Holding here, press your hip bones forwards as you lean back. Really start to open up the chest. Allow the head to lean back. And then as you soften down, take the right hand onto the right leg. Take your left arm up and over. Nice long side stretch. You're going to keep going at your own pace here. Left hand comes down. Right arm rises, big stretch up with the hips, open with the heart. Softening back down again, right hand to right leg, left arm rises. We're going to do that one more time on this side. making your way back to center, sliding your right leg in, taking your left leg out wide. Exactly the same thing on this side. First one, let's pause for a little bit longer to really ease into that stretch. Open up the hips, lean the head back, open up the heart. And then softening back down again, left hand to left leg, right arm reaches up and over. Two more, go with your breath. Breathing in to rise. Long breath out. Last one. Good, and then coming back to center. And just swinging the legs around or crossing the legs over. We're going to come onto hands and knees. And taking the hands under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. Give your hips a little wriggle side to side. Step your left foot back, tucking the toes under. And just gently ease into the calf. Turning your right foot out to the right. Swivel onto the sole of the left foot. Opening the left arm up, come into a supported side plank. Extend your elbow towards your ear. Keep grounding that back foot down. So again, we create this banana shape with the body. And then continue to circle that top arm round, breathing in. Breathing out. Two more. Extending the arm back up towards the ceiling. Take a moment here, and then hovering the back foot away from the mat, we're going to bend into the knee. Reach for the foot with the hand and gently press your hip bones forwards. Again, we're leaning the head back, opening up the heart. Gently releasing that leg, bringing the hands back around to center, the knees in. Small circles with the hips this time. Moving in both directions. And then stepping the ball of the right foot back. Just gently pressing into the calf. Turn your left foot to the left edge of the mat. Open your right arm up. Come into a supported side plank. Make sure that you're pressing the sole of your right foot down as you lengthen through the side of the body. And then circle that arm. Big breath in. Long breath out. Keep going. Taking the arm all the way up towards the ceiling and floating the right foot off. Start to curl the heel in towards the buttock. Bring the heel back. Press the hips forwards as you lean the head back. Just creating some space across the chest, across the hips. And then bringing the foot back down again. Bringing the hand to the mat. Swivel back. Taking the knees a little bit wider. Push back onto the heels. Come into a child's pose. Forearms can rest down. Head is heavy. A big breath into the lower back. And then walking the hands in towards you. Come up to kneeling, keeping your knees nice and wide. Placing the hands on the knees. Draw the hands in towards the hips as you breathe in, lift the heart. Breathe out, reach forwards for the knees, curling back. Again, breathing in, lift the heart. Exhale, rolling back. One more time, breathing in, lift the heart. Breathing out, rolling back. Bringing the torso back to neutral, Place your fingertips down onto the floor behind you, and then gently squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other, push down into your fingertips. Start to lift your chest. Start to float your hips up and forwards, and then see if you can lift your heart some more. Breathing into the hips, into the front side of the body. Slowly bring yourself back down. And then again, loosen the arms. Roll the shoulders back one more time. Fingertips are pushing down. Lift the chest, lift the hips, lift the heart. Slowly coming back down. Bring your knees in towards each other. Bring your hands forwards. And just taking a cat-cow here. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, arch the back and hold that shape, chin to chest. A little bit of a wriggle into that space between your shoulder blades. And then tucking the toes under, lifting the hips up to down dog. Let's take a moment just to ease back into the heels, to shake out the head. Big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Reaching the right foot up towards the ceiling. Bend into the knee. Open up the hip. Push your palms down into the ground here. Lift that knee up nice and high. And then gently sweep the shin forwards to the top of the mat, making your way into pigeon. Right knee towards the wrist. Wriggling the left knee back. You can adjust this front leg as you need to. And then option to stay up on the palms if that feels good for you. Maybe we come down onto the forearms. Maybe you come all the way down onto your head. I want you to think about doing is bringing this left hip forwards and the right hip back. So we're feeling active in the lower body. Couple of big breaths. And then starting to rise back up, walking the hands in towards you. I want you to come right up onto your fingertips. And as you come up onto your fingertips, roll the shoulders back, push down into the floor, and see if you can create some more length in the upper back. Good. Placing the palms flat. Tuck your back toes under, push back to down dog. Take a moment to walk out the heels. And then sweeping the left foot up towards the ceiling, bending into the knee, open up the hip. Keep the arms strong, lift that knee up nice and high. And then look towards the top of the mat, bring your left shin forwards, coming into pigeon on the other side. Right knee wriggles back, opening the leg up, squaring off the hips, bring the right hip bone forwards, the left hip bone back, and then choose whatever variation you want to take on this side. Making sure that if you lower down, you're still keeping length in your back. And then walking your hands back in towards you. Rising right up onto your fingertips, roll the shoulders back, push into the floor, create some space. Big breath in. Breathing out, bring the palms down, pushing all the way back to down dog. Walk into the heels. Then bringing the knees back down onto the mat. Let's come back to kneeling. Sitting back onto the heels, letting the hands run in, and then letting the hands come all the way back behind you. Take a big stretch down towards the floor. See if you can squeeze your palms together as you lift the eyes. Really feeling that breath move, not just into the chest, but across the collarbones. Really feeling the shoulders drop down away from the ears. from here, bringing the hands into the heart. Gently pressing the thumbs into the heart. Bow your chin to chest. Pausing. See if you can feel your heart beating for you. Take a moment to slow the breathing right down again. Just like you did at the start of the class, let's take a moment to check in. To check in physically. How do you feel in your body now? To check in mentally. Is there anything going on in your head? Are there any thoughts? Are there any feelings? Just acknowledging where you're at right now. Acknowledging and accepting without trying to change. Take a big breath in through your nose. Let it go.